Beth Ann.
What's up? I'm Ayla.
This is Let's Talk BL, a Boys Love podcast.
It's Sunday, Series Sunday, that day of the week where we talk all things one series and one series only. I was a little nervous I wasn't going to have that down because it's been a while.
I know. Whenever literally if we go 2 weeks without doing something, we're like, wait, how does this go?
But it's fine. I had it because I'm a true professional. It's
yes,
fine.
Yes. We're back at it.
It is the first Series Sunday of season 4.
And we could not let a Sunday go without talking about the epic Our Skyy 2.
Yes. Also, mostly because I just at all times want to talk about Never Let Me Go.
Yes.
So. Okay,
let's start out with just the Our Skyy journey, because for new fans, they didn't quite understand Our Skyy.
Well, before we get into that, should we do the nuts and the bolts and all of that business that we always do?
Sure. I didn't write that down.
Okay, it's fine. I got this.
Okay.
So, Our Skyy 2, 2023.
Yes.
GMMTV, available on YouTube. Yes. Only available on YouTube, interestingly. This only aired on YouTube, which doesn't, that does always happen for international fans, but does not always happen for GMMTV shows in general.
Well, it's not happening now because they pulled My School President off of YouTube for international fans.
Right, but what I mean is, in terms of international fan, this was only shown on YouTube. Yes. This did not air on TV.
In the
for
world.
everyone.
Yeah. Gotcha.
For everyone, because this finished up while we were in Thailand, and we were really concerned we weren't going to be able to finish watching it because of restrictions.
But also I found out that things are available on YouTube just days after instead of the same day.
Right, but in this case
it was always immediately
on
available.
Yes, so for the entirety of the world.
Yes.
There were in total, I believe, 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I was right about that. There are 8 parts of this show, 2 episodes apiece.
So many.
Kind of. We'll get to that when we talk about Bad Buddy and Tale of 1,000 Stars.
Gosh.
And of course, it was Never Let Me Go, Star in My Mind, The Eclipse, Vice Versa, My School President, Boss and a Babe, Bad Buddy, and Tale of 1,000 Stars.
I mean, I guess
all directed by various directors, all directed by the original directors of the original series.
Right.
So, various directors here.
But executive produced by Piaf?
Yes.
Because he's
the entire series was executive produced by Piaf, but
the OG.
Yes. So there you go. There are the nuts and the bolts of it. Look at that.
It kind of does have a synopsis.
Oh, I didn't even think to look for a synopsis, because how are you going to do a synopsis for a compilation show?
Well, here's the synopsis. We're going to switch it up. You did the nuts and bolts. I'm going to do the synopsis.
Fun.
8-part anthology series that continues the stories of Tian and Pupa, Pat and Bran, Cub, Clun, and Dao Nua, Nung Diao and Palm, Sharon Gun, Talay and Puan, Ake and Ann, Tin and Gun.
Wow.
That's your synopsis. Let's see if each of them... Oh, they do. Okay, let's do this. This will be a fun little twist. So each Our Skyy individually has a synopsis.
Oh, God. This is going to take forever. I'm so sorry, you guys.
So let's start with Never Let Me Go.
Sure.
Nung Diao returns to Bangkok from his studies abroad, and Palm vows to fulfill all his whims throughout the duration of his stay. Their plans are derailed following an encounter with a fortune teller they meet while visiting a temple. That feels good.
Okay.
That makes sense. I mean, obviously your favorite.
Yes.
Of the Our Skyy.
In the interest of time, let's keep things moving.
Oh, I thought we were just going to talk about each one, and then we'll do the synopsis for the next one.
Oh, sure.
Because I feel that's the easiest way to do this.
Yeah, sure. Compilation shows are difficult.
There is no
It didn't occur to me to go back and watch our original Our Skyy series Sunday.
We didn't do that because I haven't watched all of Our Skyy.
Oh.
I haven't watched the Chimin Plume Our Skyy.
Right. Interesting.
I have watched Tainu, obviously, and Off Gun.
Oh, I've watched all of them. They're fun.
Oh, I did eventually watch Frank Drake.
I'm surprised that you haven't watched Chimin.
I know. Here's the thing. I had my Chimin awakening, but as we know in BL world, everything happens so quickly and so many things distract me, and I just haven't had I haven't done my Chimin deep dive.
You are indeed like a dog with a squirrel when it comes to BL.
With just life in general.
You are. That is true. That is accurate. Yes.
So yes, I have not done my Jimin deep dive, but just you wait. When we are getting ready for Dangerous Romance, I'll have my minute. Because I don't even think I've watched his OG. What show were they in?
They were established in The Shipper? No.
Jimin's not in
Lovesick. They were established somewhere. I don't remember. They were established somewhere I haven't watched because
if you know, tell us. So yeah. Anyways, no. Probably the closest to the compilation would be War of Y.
Right.
And yeah, I think
but War of Y just had one synopsis.
Did it?
Yeah.
It wasn't for each.
No.
That makes sense.
No, because shout out Kabiye Bangkok for making a compilation series that's actually easy to follow.
Shout out.
Okay, so of course the journey with Our Skyy. Yes. People who hadn't experienced the original Our Skyy, which I didn't experience the original Our Skyy, I just knew it existed because I was an Off-Gun fan. So I went back and watched it because Off Jump Pole's my best friend.
Did you watch it after the revelation of Our Skyy 2?
No, I had watched it before.
I see. Okay.
But it wasn't like while it was going on. There are definitely BL stans who were out there who were like watching it while it was airing live. Like,
yeah,
I was not around for that.
I was gonna say, when did that even come out?
So, but I had previously watched it, and so because of my like Off Jump Hole fanaticism, I understood that like Our Skyy is meant to be just like a fun little extra.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be a season 2. It's not supposed to be this or that.
It's not a special episode.
It's not a special episode.
Yes.
It's just a fun little extra. And so that did cause quite the hubbub on Twitter.
I mean, here's the
thing. Only
thing.
among certain fans, because again, there were 8 parts of this, which is so many. Yeah. And so every group had their own little like fan base. And I did see some overlap. But like it was only among some that people were like, and really listen, let's be honest. It was the Omna Nun stans. And
are there Omna Nun stans still?
As someone who
there are Om stans and Nun stans.
No.
And Bad Buddy stans.
No. Listen, I did not realize. Listen, I have had a journey with Om and Nun. I did not realize how deeply I cared about Om and Nun until I watched Vice Versa, and I saw them, and I started crying. Like, do you remember that? Like, they came on the screen, and I literally started crying.
Yeah.
And then still to this day, when I hear our song, like, it makes me cry. Like, I start crying. And so, like, and then we'll talk about it when we get to the Bad Buddy Our Skyy 2.
Yes.
I had a really interesting experience with Bad Buddy Our Skyy 2, and with like I had a really interesting experience at Love Out Loud.
Yeah.
With Omen and Nun, just with like my feelings, the way that I felt about it.
Yeah, we didn't see Omen and Nun at Love Out Loud.
No. Like with my feelings about Omen and Nun, right? About the ship. Like
with the cardboard cutout. She had a moment with the
well, just like
cutout.
About like the like them like performing in the ship and all of that. Like,
listen, the culture around Omen Nun, it's been a journey for everyone. I mean, we saw it on Twitter. The conversation on Twitter around the Om Nun of it all.
Well, and so really, like, I think the confusion came in is because Omen and Nun didn't change clothes in the teaser trailer the way the rest of them did.
Yes.
And so everyone was like, oh my God, this means something special. Because truly, we were all just we were holding on to the deep, deep hope in our hearts. Like, listen, you can't blame us.
It's true.
You can't blame us.
I feel like Bad Buddy is one of those series that people are like, I really wish I could go back to that place in time, because this place in time that we're at now with Bad Buddy and Om Nun is so different.
I just wish I could watch that show for the first time again. Like,
yeah.
Oh, God, I wish I could watch that show. I wish I could like experience that show again for the first time. Anyways,
yeah.
I digress. The trailer was really fun to watch. I watched it like as it aired live, because I watched Diversely Yours live at like stupid o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching it with our friend Renee. We were like virtually watching it together and like texting each other. And we were both like, wait, hold on, what's happening? And it took us a minute, and then we realized what it was, because we were both just like so shook. We were like, is this a Vice Versa thing? Because remember in Vice Versa, they really like kicked the fourth wall, right? And they had all the references to the shows, and they had, and so we were like, what is this? And then like I remember like we realized what it was, and we were like, oh. But then we were like, bold of them to include Our Skyys for series that had not yet aired.
Right.
That didn't happen last time around. So that was very interesting.
Yeah, Pon Pooin being like, please, you're gonna love Never Let Me Go. Like,
I was really cute. I also was, so during Diversely Yours, they were like, so they aired the trailer for Our Skyy 2, and all of the artists came down on stage. And yeah, Pon and Pooin were like, we know you don't know these characters yet, but just trust us, because everybody, of course, at that point with Pon and Pooin had Fish Upon the Sky to hold on to.
Whereas for Force Book, people are like, thank God it's different characters. Womp womp. Listen, even Force Book know that like Enchante was not it. And I've seen a lot of conversation recently where people are like, listen, Enchante wasn't bad, but like...
Here's the thing. I will, to quote our friend Renee, who is a perfect angel of a human, who, as I mentioned, I was watching this with, Enchante did give us Naked Gawain. So... Talk shit about Enchante if you want, but like...
I know. I kind of, now that I've had my Force Book awakening, I kind of want to go watch Enchante because like for me, series are not that deep. Like I don't need something like, because I really did enjoy Boss and a Babe, and so many people were like, it was too fluffy, or like it didn't make sense, or it did this, it did that. Like it's not that deep, y'all. It doesn't have to be theories upon theories upon theories. Like sometimes it's just two cute boys being cute.
Yeah, I mean, I have thoughts about Boss and a Babe, but like
yeah.
Anyways,
that trailer was interesting also because like it was just like a teaser. Like it wasn't
it was essentially a character reveal.
Yeah,
there wasn't any. Obviously, none of us knew any of the plot
because they hadn't filmed. Lord have mercy. Also, when the filming of this all started, the theories, the like conversations. The funniest part was people thought that My School President and Bad Buddy were going to do a crossover.
Oh, I don't remember any of that.
Turns out no, because they had filmed something for My School President, and you could see Pat and Pran's wardrobe in the background, and so they were freaking out about that. No.
It was the crossover we all should have expected, but no one saw coming.
No one saw
we
coming.
Literally all should have expected it because we all knew the original directors were coming back for these.
Right. That makes so much sense.
And out of all of these, only 2 were directed by the same person.
Yeah.
Foolishness. We all should have seen it coming, but
also,
literally no one expected it.
Also, any of the complaints about like the crossover and whatever, I'm like, y'all, Piaf is a busy dude, and if he had to compile 2 series, like let him, at least we're getting something.
I think it's deeper than that, but we can get to that when we get down to them. Let's start with Never Let Me Go.
Yes.
I will say this definitively. In my opinion, this was the best of the Our Skyy 2s.
I would agree, and we talked about this. I would agree because it did essentially what Our Skyy is supposed to do, which is take those characters out of a storyline, like the original storyline, but it stayed so true to their characters.
It was just so good and so well done, and Pon and Pooin killed it, and the characters were excellent, and we got the return of
Mark and Powin.
Yes.
I loved My Gear Your Gown. We should do that series Sunday. Have you watched it?
I watched it. Yeah.
I feel like especially now with like the Powin of it all, because he's in like half of the Our Skyy.
He's in everything. Yeah.
I loved that series.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I thought it was really excellently done. I really liked the way that they like moved from present to past, and how that was shot, like how they did it. I feel like it wasn't confusing. It all made sense, because that's another beef that I tend to have, and this always seems like it happens with GMM TV shows, although it's happening right now with La Pluie, and it's really annoying me, is I hate when they establish some sort of like mystical rule and then
they don't follow it.
Or they break the rule, or there's some sort of hole and they just don't address it.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to establish rules in your universe, you need to like follow the rules in your universe. And this happens very frequently with GMM TV shows, or they'll like leave something unexplained or leave holes. This has actually happened with a Piaf show. This happens in He's Coming to Me, where they like establish like ghosty mystical rules and then they just like leave you hanging with like,
just accept the fact that the ghosts are gonna be humans.
No, it doesn't make sense. I'll never accept it. Listen, listen, I will never accept it.
Whatever.
Anyways, so what I appreciated about Never Let Me Go, about this like mystical BS, is that they established rules and then followed the mystical BS rules. Like, I will accept your mystical BS as long as you also accept your mystical BS.
Yes. I also really loved the role switch.
Yeah.
That was
of the like
really
master-slave situation.
Yes.
Although, like, that's a little on the nose, okay? It's a little on the nose.
I need Ponpuin to have like 10 shows next
year.
Oh,
me too. I at this point, I am complete and utter Never Let Me Go garbage. I am trash for Never Let Me Go. There is not one single edit on YouTube I have not watched. I literally went into GMMTV and was like, please sir, can I buy a Ponpuin mug? Like, I was like, I am like took like complete and utter trash for Ponpuin at this point. It's problematic.
Here's the definition of how different Ayla and I are. I loved Fish Upon the Sky. I love Ponpuin and this
Fish
like
Upon the Sky was cute.
Yeah. I like them in that rom-com, and you're all about like dark. You're like, give Ponpuin a not me. Like you're I
do like a rom-com. I think I had some issues with Fish Upon the Sky in terms of like there was some racism involved in there that I didn't love. Like I had some issues with that show, but I do love a rom-com. This storyline, like Never Let Me Go, the storyline was just so good. Like,
it's true.
Also, Never Let Me Go, Our Skyy 2 did tick off my BL 2023 bingo card because I called from the beginning that mystical BS was going to be all the rage. And mystical BS.
Well, and the period pieces.
I also called period pieces.
They killed it.
Yeah. I do remember there was a little bit of like hubbub around the use of like my wife.
Yes.
And the director had to come on and like explain that like it's a reference to like licorns, right? Because like
they literally explain it in the moment.
Yeah, that like so period pieces use that terminology, and so it's very heavily used in period piece licorns, which are very, very popular soap operas in Thailand. Right. And so it was like it was Palm making a joke about that terminology, basically. It was like Palm making a joke. And so like the director had to go on Twitter and be like, listen,
it's not that serious.
It was a joke, basically. Like it was a joke, like it was an on the nose. It was like a kicking the fourth wall. Like we're joking about this like soap opera licorn situation we're in.
It made 100% it made 100% sense in the context.
Right.
People, it's not that serious. Get over yourselves.
But overall, all I saw was praise for this one. I think everybody loved it. And this was my favorite, followed very closely by the Eclipse. Like, if I was really, it was hard for me to choose between the two, but I am Never Let Me Go trash.
Okay. So. I think Never Let Me Go.
Let Me Go.
We're going to have to let it go.
I will never let it go. I will never let it go.
You really need to get the other funny thing about this Our Skyy stuff is the remembrance t-shirts.
Oh yeah, they released shirts and they called them remembrance tees as though they died. Like it was wild.
Technically they did.
Well, no, they didn't. Like
okay, I have a question to ask at the end of this in relationship to that. Let's go on to the next Our Skyy episode, which was
Star in My Mind.
Star in My Mind. I had to scroll back up because I was like, y'all.
Star in My Mind.
Lord have mercy. The fact that they gave us Star in My Mind and Sky in Your Heart. Those.
I have it down now. It took me a hot minute, but yeah, Star in My Mind.
So annoyed. Okay. Dao Nua had a crush on Cub Clun in high school and confessed his feelings on his last day at the school. However, he was gently rejected. Now starting university, Dao Nua discovers that one of his dorm mates is none other than Cub Clun.
You're just that's just the Star in My Mind.
Oh, whoops, hold on.
That's not the Star in My Mind, Our Skyy. I was like, hold on.
I clicked the wrong link.
This doesn't sound like the Our Skyy for them.
Here we go. I got it. In their second year of university, Dao Nua and Cub Clun take a trip to Chiang Mai with friends.
Yes.
That's it.
Listen, I also took a trip to Chiang Mai with friends, so I understand.
Oh my god. I really loved these episodes.
I feel like this one should have been titled How Much Can We Make Jungdunk Kiss?
Yes.
I feel like that's what this should have been titled.
I mean, they were warming up for Hidden Agenda.
Right, which is like, yeah. But literally, I remember watching this and being like, this is cute. I did enjoy Star in My Mind.
I did too.
But I was like, this is basically just a reason for us to watch them kiss on the mouth over and over and over and over again.
Here's also the funniest thing. I shout out to those fans who have read the book and then go to Twitter and they're like, let me tell you about the context of the book. And then they clip just the spicy scenes translated from the book. They don't translate the whole book. They're like, I want to give you just the spicy scenes. And so, of course, I went and read the spicy scenes because I thought it was hilarious. Jungkook have just a sweet chemistry.
They're so good together.
And the friends in this show were really fun because we got Pepper.
Right.
We
who
got
I
Colin.
love. I love Pepper.
Yeah, go listen to our first episode.
I know that Pepper is like a villain in Star in my mind, but like
right.
I forgave him for his villainy.
He's a love rival.
Yeah, I forgave him for his villainy.
Who technically was just trying to like push things along.
I mean, listen, he was shooting his shot. You can't blame him. Na's cute.
It's a shame that we didn't get an appearance. Did we get no. It's a shame we didn't get an appearance by Mech in this.
Mech and Mark, yes.
No, just Mech as
just
the brother.
Mech,
I
right,
liked the brother relationship. They were
They
fun.
did have a cute, funny brother relationship, yeah.
But yes, I love a mountain frolic.
Mech was busy with his Furby.
I love a mountain frolic. So this is a fun storyline.
I mean, listen, as someone who has now frolicked in the mountains, I will say I don't understand a mountain frolic. I have mountain frolicked and beach frolicked. And I will say, if someone were to now ask me Pukao Ru Tale, I would answer Tale.
I love Pukao, despite everything. Okay, so...
No, it was fun. It was just, like, breezier.
Sure. So each of these Our Skyys got an OST, except for Never Let Me Go, which is very strange. They released a Pond Puin song, but it wasn't
technically the OST, right?
My favorite OST is the Star in My Mind. Because Jung kills.
I mean, Jung is an angel sent from heaven.
I also really like the Hidden Agenda OST. I mean, Dunk does a great job, but like, oh, Lord have mercy, it's so good. My second favorite OST is the Eclipse OST. So, let's move on.
Let's move on to the Eclipse then.
Okay, the Eclipse. We got, before entering university, Aik and Ayan take a trip with friends to shoot Wasuwat's short film.
Yes. Okay. This was so cute. It was a river frolic.
Tongue twister. Yeah.
It was a river frolic, which I've never seen before, and now I want to go do a river frolic.
I know where they stayed was really cute.
Yeah.
We can find it.
I actually know exactly where it is.
Of course
because
you
like
do.
I've looked into the whole river frolic. I've looked into many a frolic in Thailand.
Yeah, we
I
talked
enjoy
about
frolicking.
this.
I like frolicking. And so like, listen, this was a river
frolic. The
frolic.
irony is that we don't actually frolic when we're in Thailand.
I know, we never get to frolic.
It's so sad.
Please let me frolic.
Oh,
I'm always just stressed out.
it's true.
Trying to chase 5 boys around a mountain.
Okay, anyways.
River
frolic.
It was a river frolic. Also, we had like cute like aren't they dating, right? We're still in that situation of like not everybody is aware of everybody else's romantic situation.
And we got fun little throwback shout outs to iconic gay films.
Yes.
Like,
so they did like a Brokeback Mountain situation. Like it was really, really cute the way that they did it.
I need a moment though. I need a moment of silence for Neo Louis.
Oh yes. But Neo Louis had a really cute storyline in this. Like I feel like this was a really well done like wrap up for them.
How dare.
I feel like it was really well done and it was so sweet and like they were definitively together. Like definitively.
Listen, I feel like Neo shot the teaser for Only Friends and was like, I'm a Tonga boy with my whole chest anytime I get to.
I mean, they did. I feel like it was a
banged.
very sweet wrap up for them, and it was
sweet.
This one should be a remembrance tea because
it should be.
Yeah, R.I.P. pouring up for the lost homies. But overall, this was probably my second favorite because I like the way that they like moved through the story, like sort of I thought the pacing of it was really well done for 2 episodes.
Right.
The only thing that I had like a little bit of like an issue with was like, we're still on the AJ is trying to like maybe date his teacher, but his teacher's maybe trying to date him. Unclear. And they're like, they even have a whole conversation about it. And they're like, it's okay because you're not in high school anymore. Like, no, it's still not okay. Like,
that is the question.
And she doesn't work at the high school anymore. She's just his P now. But still.
That is the question. If you were once the teacher of a student, and say she's like 23, say she's fresh out of school, and he's 18 years old. There's not like a giant age difference. What, that's 5 years?
Oh, but okay.
Is at any point does it make it okay?
No.
You've done the power dynamics
because of the power
research.
dynamics of it all. She was his teacher.
If they're 30 and 35,
no,
will it ever be okay?
No, because she was his teacher. She's supposed to like nurture and guide him, not to the bedroom, but into the future. Not to the bedroom, into the future. Like, no, I have a huge issue with this. Like, this should not be okay.
Isn't that the like tongue in cheek of it all, where they're like, some people are like, go do your teacher, and he's like, no thank you.
Yeah, he's like, no. Yeah.
And they keep it very penong.
They do, but I don't like the implication. The implication makes me uncomfortable.
As does this actress in real life. This actress might be one of my favorite actresses. Her name is Ploy. And she's so funny because she's bestie with a lot of these boys. She's like besties with Louis. She's besties with Fluke of Fluke, and they're high school besties. And they just recently both posted an IG photo, Fluke on his IG and her on her IG, where they were like, I love you so much. And people were like, are you dating? And they were like, no, we're high school best friends.
Also, Fluke is a very out and proud gay man. So like, what?
And so it's just really funny because she's like, no, penong. IRL, which is very, very cute.
Yeah. This was a good one. Yeah. I am now inspired to take a river frolic, so
stay tuned. LTBL 2024.
Now I have thoughts.
Should we LTBL 2024? Should we have a rollout?
A rollout? Oh God, no. Because again, as explained on the first episode of this season, we don't know what we're doing.
It's true. And if you understood the ideas and the planning that goes into what actually
and then what actually comes out of
executed, you'd be
Lord have mercy.
You'd be floored.
Okay, moving on.
Next up,
Vice Versa.
I really liked this.
This was my least favorite of the Our Skyys.
Really? Even Boss and a Babe took over this one?
This was my least favorite.
Okay, here's our synopsis. Talay and Pooin have decided to live and learn happily together as a couple when something unexpected happens. An adorable little kid appears calling them Papa. Both Talay and Pooin make the leap that this kid may be a child of either Tess or Pacorn.
Yeah, no.
It was
not
cute.
for me. Listen, here's the thing. As somebody that doesn't want kids, like, I have never wanted kids.
Yeah, the kid.
I have never liked kids. I have never wanted to hang out with kids. I have never wanted to voluntarily be around children.
The revelation that this kid was Neo's character's nephew was hilarious, though.
But, like, for me, honestly, like, it's just not a compelling storyline for me. Like, I don't want to watch people, like, go into parenthood.
Yeah.
Because, like, in my personal life, like, I have negative interest in that. Like, even when I was in high school and I would get, like, conned into babysitting, like, I never made my high school money babysitting. I was like, I would do any job in this world besides babysit. And I did. Yeah. I went and got jobs. Like, I made sure I did not have to babysit for money. Like,
I will say this gave us really cute C. He was adorable.
That's the thing. I will say it was my least favorite from a storyline perspective because I just wasn't invested in it because, like, I was just like, cute domesticity, that's cute, but, like, I'm not, like, invested in this. Right. But it was very fluffy. It was very sweet. And I feel like Jimmy C really, really need that before the last Twilight. So I think we should all really hold on to this, like, fluffy sweetness.
It's true. I really like the sets in this one. The house was cool.
Vice Versa is, like, really striking.
Yeah.
So in Vice Versa the series and Vice Versa the Our Skyy 2, it, like, the colors and, like, and I think that's why, like, the kid worked, right, with all the primary colors and what have you. Like, it's very Vice Versa. It's a very, very Vice Versa.
I would agree.
It was just my least favorite, personally.
The OST is really fun.
But, it was good. So sweet, so fluffy. C is so cute. I think that we should all hold on to this tight before Last Twilight comes out, because I'm like pretty sure. I'm not gonna say what I think, but like I feel like I'm pretty sure someone's gonna die in Last Twilight.
Oh yeah, everyone's like freaking out about that idea.
I'm pretty sure someone's gonna die and they're not gonna end up together because one of them's dead.
Has GMMTV ever given us a not happy ending though?
No, but this is an original screenplay.
Right.
First time, and it's Piaf, and
Shout
Piaf is trying to
out
go
Piaf.
muddy, like he's trying to go like dark and murky, and like he's trying to
Piaf,
maybe he'll kill one of them.
Piaf paves the way. Okay.
If I have to watch C die though, I'll have a problem. So hopefully it's Jimmy he kills.
I was gonna say I feel like because C
goes blind.
Yeah, I feel like potentially Jimmy's gotta go.
I don't think I can handle watching C die, because like also at Love Out Loud we met C's family, and like I understand that C is not his characters, but I now feel very emotionally connected to C and his
He's
family.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
My school president.
My school president, Lord have mercy.
I really want you to tell your thoughts about this one.
Okay.
Because our thoughts are pretty different about this.
Yeah. Okay. First, the synopsis. In the world we know, Gun and Tin are an established couple. In this universe, however, their love story has only just begun. Gun is an exemplary student body president. Tin is the mischievous leader in the music club, hoping to win the hot sound music contest. Okay, so I remember seeing the discourse on Twitter, of course, about this, because we had just finished this series and people loved it. People were so excited about this. And of course, everyone has their hopes and dreams about what this is. So I was just underwhelmed by this storyline because it was the original series all over again. They just switched roles.
Yeah, I thought it was super cute. I was really excited about the little lion headband, and I thought that it was fun to sort of watch Gemini and Fourth as actors play the other like I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Again, like to take your words, it's not that deep.
No.
Like it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a whole new storyline. I loved My School President for a reason. I thought it was really cute and sweet. Yeah. We got established Mark Ford.
That was cute.
Which is like so fun. Like that's something we all wanted, and I was obsessed with it. I really, really liked this one.
The music also just didn't live up to the hype of My School President.
Well, you could never compete with the music in My School. Like
it's true.
They had one song.
They couldn't even compete with their own song.
Right, that's what I mean. Is like, how are you going to compete? So like comparing it, I feel like it's not fair.
No, it's not.
But like, I really, really liked this one, and I really liked Captain in it. There's this really funny moment where like they're shooting the music video, right? And the music video is all of P Off's shows. Yes. And which is really cute. And like there's a moment where they're like shooting it and Captain just like walks in holding a light, and it's just so funny for some reason. Like it's just, I don't know why, but it's just so funny.
It was nice to get these characters back.
And it was like funny and light, and I liked it a lot. Like it was fun.
Yeah.
I liked it. I had fun with it.
It would definitely go on the bottom of my list overall.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, same for you because there's 8 of these?
It's probably for me number 3 or 4.
Yeah. I guess in like if you don't have a top 2, your top 2 and your bottom 2, that leaves everything else in the middle.
Yeah, it's probably number 3 or 4 for me. Like definitely Never Let Me Go, and then The Eclipse, and then probably My School President.
My School President.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting. Yes, like you said, it was interesting to watch Gem 4 act in these opposite roles, and potentially that's what it was for me too. It's that like I saw Gem 4 instead of Tin Gun, because in the original series we didn't really know who they were. Tin Gun or Gem 4 were unknown to us.
Right, they were brand new babies.
Yeah, and so now Gem 4 everywhere, and Gem 4 is so popular, and so it was hard. Maybe that's what it was. It was hard for me to watch a show because even their characters in Moonlight Chicken they did such a great job with those characters. I didn't see Jim for, but I think that just like the playfulness and the funniness, especially the reverse of these boys, because what we had talked about with the first series is that they were cast in opposite roles to who they were in real life. To what
their personalities seemed to us to be.
Yes. And so now they were actually in who they actually were IRL. And so it was like hard to kind of differentiate the tin gun of the Jim 4 of it all.
Oh, see, I didn't have that problem. I think because the uniforms helped me with that, right? And things like
and the world.
I think that the set and the world and the universe of it is done so well in My School President that like, yeah, I also thought Winnie and Satong were really cute in this. I just like, I love this so much because I love the ensemble of My School President.
Speaking of Winnie and Satong, if we don't get Winnie Satong 2024, I'm a fly to Thailand. I'm a burn down GMMTV.
It might take a minute. No. It might take a minute.
They have already been around for a minute. Winnie and Satong have been established since 2 years ago.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't.
No. I know how to get into GMMTV. I'll burn it down.
It's actually not that easy. You have to like, it's a whole process.
So anyways, My School President. It was okay.
I liked it. It's in the top for me.
Yeah. Okay, next up.
Boss and a Babe.
Cher and Gunn have agreed to be boyfriends. I love how they have to establish that in the synopsis every time. It's like, they're boyfriends. Surprise. Now Cher wants Gunn to understand how his employees feel, and he requests that they swap jobs. Gunn will try out being an intern while Cher takes on the role of demanding boss. When we were preparing for this, I was like, I know I watched this episode, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it despite not having finished Boss and a Babe. Because I was dedicated to Our Skyy too.
There's a show for everyone, and not every show is for everyone. And so, yeah, like...
I just, listen, 2 office dramas came out at the same time, and for me, Step by Step stepped it up. And so, like, that's just, like, for me...
It's funny because we got office drama after office drama after office drama. We got, Bed Friends, and then Boss and a Babe, and now Step by Step. And... it's funny because they're all set in an office, but they're all very different.
Yeah.
And so I will say Boss and a Babe did give us Fluke Ohm, and they are a very fun little couple. Because I love that GMMTV lately is giving us like established side couples, like couples already in a relationship. And in the world of BL, that feels so rare so often. So they were cute.
I really wanted to like this because I've had a journey with Force and Book, particularly with Force. And I feel like I understand Force on a deep personal soul level now. I don't know how or why this happened. And so like my heart was willing, but yeah, same thing. Like I'm like, these were 2 episodes I watched.
Okay, let's continue on.
Okay.
These
2 we might as well just go hand in hand.
Okay, you want me to do the synopsis for both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Bad Buddy and Tale of a Thousand Stars.
Bad Buddy. Competing between the engineering and architecture faculties, Pat and Pran must pit their skills against one another in their efforts at staging a play. This time, the big obstacle is that the theater is closing for renovations, leaving them with a place for only one faculty. And then we have Our Skyy. Oh my gosh, there's a synopsis for Our Skyy Bad Buddy X Tale of a Thousand Stars. In order to secure a true story for his school play, Pran has to go to Papundao village to acquire Tian and Pupa's consent signatures. Now that he's arrived, however, he finds that there's a palpable tension between the couple. Can he and Pat get them to make up in time for Pran's deadline? And then we have Our Skyy 2 Tale of a Thousand Stars. Oh, JK. They didn't get
well, because the entirety basically of Tale of a Thousand Stars was the crossover with Bad Buddy.
The Bad Buddy of it all.
Yeah. So, okay, here are my thoughts.
Yes.
I am going to give Piaf the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say this was a way for us to get extra screen time for all 4 of these actors, right? Essentially, all 4 of them got an extra episode.
Yes.
So, cool. 10 out of 10. I love that.
Yes.
Now,
I also let me address the elephant in the room. I also think it was a way to soften the Omna Nun of it all.
yes, because I when the first Bad Buddy Our Skyy 2 episode started and I'm watching it, all I felt was overwhelming sadness.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even, like, I was just sad.
Yeah.
Like, this whole thing just made me sad.
And that's what I've heard from everybody.
And, like,
yeah,
I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be the same timeline, but Ohm looks incredibly different.
Yeah.
Nanon has gone through this like acting transformation because since Bad Buddy he's done so much and I feel like he's learned so much and he's grown so much that like he's undergone this sort of like acting transformation, and so like he has like a sort of like updated approach to acting, and so like his character was off a little bit, like it wasn't the same Pran. And it just like...
Also, we were still doing the same thing.
It also, yes, it made me want to tear my hair out that we're still hiding our relationship. Like, it literally made me want to rip my hair out of my head.
I mean, I guess to stay true to the original series, like, you still have them in this situation, but nobody wanted that. Like...
It
makes no sense.
And, like, they do have the friends that are starting to get, like, sus.
Right.
But... God, it just made me sad. Like all I could think about the whole time I was watching it until they get to the damn mountains is how sad it made me. And then by the time we got to the mountains, I was like, okay, I'm acclimated. Like, Earth and Mix are here. Like, this is okay, right?
You had your, like, comfort blanket,
safe.
your comfort characters.
I'm safe again. I'm not, like, I'm less sad now.
Well, also, we had...
And then also they split up. So, like, for some reason, seeing Pat and Pran together and just, like, knowing that Pat and Pran are still hiding their relationship and knowing that they're still stuck in the same... And just, like, it made me so sad. And so then when they're, like, not together all the time on screen and it's more about them as individual characters, I think, it, like, softened the blow a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and also we had gotten that psychotic promo of like it looked like
when they were playing like the flip cup,
it looked like Ohm and Nun were being held hostage.
Yes, that was so awkward.
I remember people watching that and being like, "Are they okay?" And then they did, and then Ohm and Nun did a bunch of other promo for this. They did some reaction videos and people were like, okay, they're still friends. Okay, they like don't
this
hate
is fine.
each other.
Just like, but that first video was so weird. But yeah, I will like for the Bad Buddy episodes of it all, it was
sad.
I can't take much away from the storyline of it besides the fact that like I was sad watching it. Like it bummed me out to watch. And then we got to the mountains and then I was like, this is hysterical. This is outstanding. Like, honestly, Pupa and Tian fighting is 10 out of 10. Another thing that I think is funny.
Earthmix killed it. I mean,
because you had to rewatch this because you didn't remember it, but I had already watched it, so I was like rewatching it with you. And one thing that hit me when you were watching it and I was rewatching it is that like Pran brings this like essentially storyboard of the story that he's printed out with drawings of the online diary about Pupa and Tian, right? Right. And I was like, why do the drawings look exactly like them? Like, how did Pran know what they looked like? And I was like, I mean, clearly it's because Tian is such he's an outstanding storyteller and his detailing is so wonderful that Pran could just picture exactly how they looked in his head.
I was going to say, do you think that Tian included pictures maybe in the diary because it's online?
Maybe. But except that when they get to the mountains, they don't know what Pupa looks like because Pupa picks them. Like, when they meet Pupa, they don't realize it's Pupa.
I know. You said that, and I was like, I think it's like the criminal drawings.
Yeah.
What do they call those? The
forensic sketches?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that situation where
Pran is just, because, of course, he's an architect. He's so outstandingly talented. I did think that was slightly ridiculous.
I love that. That's so funny.
I thought it was really funny.
I mean, but yes. Tian,
I loved us being back in the mountains.
Tian and Pupa, these characters, I mean, Earth Mix. It's what made them Earth Mix.
These are some kids that I was okay with being around. Like, nice. These children did not detract from the storyline for me.
No. I love that they automatically assume Pran
Although,
was
what
Tian's
was the little
boyfriend.
boy's name? Gumpa, the little boy that gets them lost in the goddamn wilderness.
Speaking of,
because these foolish, okay, honestly, it's on them. They're like, we're gonna follow this little boy up the mountain, like up a secret path.
Don't follow the
to
children.
get to the top of the mountain. Why are you listening to a little boy?
Don't follow the children.
Why are you listening to a child? Don't listen to a child.
No. But speaking of, they don't have the child listed, but wasn't Gumpa the name of Cowtongue's character in something?
Oh, maybe that's his character in Taylor Swift. I don't know.
Yes.
But whatever this child's name was.
The fact that we didn't get Cowtongue in this Tale of a Thousand Stars.
Right.
We could get literally Pawin and who was in the second half? Somebody, was it Mark? Was he in a lot of the episodes of the second half? But we couldn't get a Cowtongue.
So here's another thing that I did think was funny about this that didn't happen is we have Drake in both series, and so I was like, I wonder if they're gonna try and like do a kicking the fourth wall, like funny, like Drake is the friend in Bad Buddy, and also Drake is the mountain ranger.
Yes.
In Tale of a Thousand Stars. No, we didn't. And I was like, listen, Piaf, missed opportunity.
We did get
missed opportunity for some peak comedy.
We did get a Drake Jimmy kiss.
Yes.
People were so excited about.
Yes, we got Drake in the Bad Buddy half of it. We didn't get Drake in the Tale of a Thousand Stars half of it, which I thought would have been funny. I was bummed that we didn't get that.
They should have played it off as like a long lost twin.
Right. Or like there were so many options, right? Like they could have like written in like a funny little line of him being like, oh, I need to get back to my studies, or you know what I mean? Like they could have like really played it off in like a funny way. And I think it's a real missed opportunity that they didn't.
It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, at one point, they're like having to defend themselves from a tiger, which is absolutely ridiculous. And we had watched this before we went to Chiang Mai, and we were like shook.
We were like,
are there tigers in Chiang Mai? And we were like about to go into the mountains of Chiang Mai. We had rented these pool villas that you guys, they were like literally up like in a doi, which is like a mountain village. Like this is like we were not staying in Chiang Mai City, you guys. No. We were staying like in the actual mountains. Like it was like you had to drive like 45 minutes from the city up a mountain. Okay.
And there are tigers in the wild in Thailand.
And so we were both shook. We were like, are there tigers in Chiang Mai? And then we like got to Thailand and we asked all our Thai people. We were like, are we going to a place where there are tigers? Like, should we not be walking around in the middle of the night?
I mean, it's like bears here, right? Like, it's like tigers there.
They definitely were like, no, there are not tigers where we're going, you guys. Like, what is wrong with you? Like,
but there
they definitely were like, there are tigers in the jungles, yes, but like they were like, there's not tigers where we're going.
Listen,
and we're like, okay.
As someone who lived in the mountains of North Carolina and who a bear broke into my student union and university, it feels very real that like a tiger could wander off the jungle mountain.
But there's not. All of the Thai people were like, no, you're being absolutely ridiculous. But yes, at some point they have to defend themselves from a tiger, which is peak comedy.
But it turns out not to be a tiger.
Right.
It turns out to be a chief.
Yes. They just think it's a sia, but it's not really a sia. But like it's funny that they thought it was a sia. God, the whole thing is just so funny.
Pran just constantly calling Chief is really funny to me too.
I did like the way that they like buddied up.
Yes.
I liked the buddiness of it all. I did think that was cute. I also liked Pat and Pran having to mediate between the two and having to sort of like, and that was another thing that made me less bummed about Pat and Pran is like we sort of got to see this like new love story between them because we got to see them like create the love story between Pupa and Tian, right? Where they were like recreating the mosquito net moment.
Also,
and
because they were like in another environment, they actually kind of could be boyfriends.
And it was like, it made me like, it was, I remember the mosquito net when they're like recreating the mosquito net part. And like, and we were like, I was like, oh my God, are they going to do the pinky touch? Like, I just remember it being the first time I was like excited.
It was very good. Okay, the ending of these 4 episodes was incredible because we got Chief and Tian engagement.
Yes.
And Lord have mercy, Sweet Mix was going through it over that engagement. I will say, like, the Earth mix of it all, I think was like very sweet in that moment because they played these characters so well, and these characters were like were so near and dear to their hearts. And so it was just really satisfying kind of watching their love story like take a next level, like go to the next level.
I also liked watching them fight because they do a really good job of being like grumpy at each other in Tale of a Thousand Stars in like the original series, like the first half of it, right? They're like grumpy at each other. It was very
authentic to their characters.
And so it was like fun to watch them be like grumpy at each other and make these little teen boys that they found like mediate between them. Like it was just like, it was funny to watch those characters.
A Tale of a Thousand Stars. It was a satisfying ending. I feel like because of the overlap, we didn't end Bad Buddy. We end with Tale of a Thousand Stars. And again, I feel like that was a very sweet gesture of Piaf to like soften the blow that like we have like officially left Pat and Pran in the Pat and Pran world.
Yeah.
R.I.P. We need that remembrance shirt.
Yeah, that's a remembrance shirt.
Okay, so we have talked about which are our favorite Our Skyys. My question is, now that you have gotten the first series, and now that you have gotten like a little extra episode, what series, I mean, this is a given, but anyways, what series would you want a season 2 for?
Never Let Me Go.
I don't know why I asked. Lord have mercy.
Never Let Me Go.
I know, that would be fun.
Yeah.
What would season 2 entail?
Well, he comes home from America after getting his master's, and they open the business together. And Palm has like already opened this business, right?
Yes.
Like we've established as an Our Skyy that he's opened his business.
Yes.
And so like I feel like they are gonna have to do like a business partnership where like, because you know like. Okay, because you know, like Nung Diao is running his family's business, and so, but like all hotels need restaurants in them, and so I feel like with Palm's restaurant, he's gonna like try and like license it to like put the restaurants in the hotels, and they have to like have like a business partnership as well as like a romantic partnership, and that would be a really cool, interesting story to watch. And then also, obviously, like as the business is growing, like they get in trouble with the mafia again, and then they
the mafia come after them because they're like stepping on their territory or something.
Yeah, because of like the expansion of the business, because they like join together to expand. Yeah.
I like that. I would want a season 2 of My School President. I want to see.
You want to see the college?
Yes, I do. I really like these characters. Maybe I just didn't like the storyline of Our Skyy, but I would love to see these characters again in college.
Yeah, so there is a novel where they go into college. Yeah, so like I know what the storyline would be if they give it to us. We'll see.
It would be fun. Yeah, GMMTV has never really done a season 2 except for Together. And I feel like My School President was pretty popular, so like do a thing. Maybe. Although it was probably the COVID of it all, and like they couldn't.
I don't know, maybe like things. Never say never, because like I haven't seen a GMMTV pairing pop off like this.
Yeah.
Like previous to like the Pillars, and like obviously Bright Winter, A Pillar, and Together had 2 seasons, and then like. Really, if you think about it, Dark Blue Kiss was technically like a 3rd season.
Yeah.
Because they were established in Kiss Me, right?
Right. And then they had Kiss Me again, and then, yeah, for sure.
So, like, really, like, Dark Blue Kiss was, like, actually, like, a 3rd season.
Right.
Like, Tainu were established, and they got, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, our other pillars, right? Like Chris Singto, there was a Sodus S.
Yes,
there were 2 seasons for Sodus. There's Sodus and Sodus S.
We don't talk
for
about
Chris
Sodus
Singto,
S.
right? And then Off Gun. We got
the movie.
We got the movie, right? So it wasn't a season 2.
Yeah.
But you did get Theory of Love, the movie.
Because that was during COVID, so potentially they had to like cut it short.
Season 2. So since the Pillars, no one has popped off the way that Gem 4 are popping off. So potentially...
And they have source material.
We all kind of thought last year that we saw like a new set of Pillars shaping up, and then 2023 happened, and all that like got blown out the window. Everything we all thought... Accurate. No. So, like, potentially we are in the process of setting up new Pillars, and Gem 4 are just... Like how Chris Singto were the first Pillars, like...
Right.
Potentially they're the first Pillars of the new gen.
That would be fun. Oh God, I'm so dying to see what's gonna happen in 2024. It's killing me. Our Skyy. The last thing I want to talk about is the merch. the merch setup for all of the Our Skyy, that is the most fun to see, to be like, what are they gonna sell?
I did almost buy that hat, the Eclipse hat. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous, but like, it was cute though.
I do
I almost bought that hat.
The face headband that we got in Bad Buddy was hilarious, because we had this moment in Thailand where we give gifts to our guests, and one of the guests was like, I don't have a gift for you, and he just tried to give us something, and I was like, that's what Pran does, because they're giving him a gift, and he's like, I don't have anything, but here, take my face mask.
It's very Thai. It's very Thai. It's very funny.
It was very sweet.
I also really wanted the Nong Lion headband. I didn't get it. I wanted the Nong Lion blanket, but I did not get it.
Because all that stuff sells.
Because I'm foolish. I was like, I'm about to go to Thailand. Like, surely they'll have. No, my dumb ass. It's fine. I did that to myself.
If you really want merch, you're gonna have to pay that international shipping.
Pay that fee, unless there's someone in Thailand at the moment that it's coming out.
I guess, potentially, or you could have ordered it and sent it to like one of our Thai friends.
Right.
They should have held it,
and then I could have picked it up.
We thought about that, but then things happen. Also, my last thing was the theme song. The actual theme song for this was hilarious.
It was ridiculous.
I mean, shout out to Pia for the theme songs. The theme, the theme, the intro.
They are always iconic. Like, Dark Blue Kiss remains the most iconic.
Yes. Rivaled closely with Never Let Me Go. It's not Pia, but like that Never Let Me Go is very
Never
like
Let Me Go is pretty
soap
good.
opera-y.
Yeah.
As someone who grew up with soap operas, my mom loved American soap operas.
But with Dark Blue Kiss, it was the combination of the song and the way the intro was shot. Like, with, like, the flowing silk sheets and what have you. Like, yeah.
So incredible.
Yeah.
Anyways, Our Skyy, it's over.
It's over.
The end. This has been Let's Talk BL. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow all things Let's Talk BL at Let's Talk BL.